Hey third graders, Miss McCormick back again. I want to remind you about the Edmodo Group, where you can join this group. Here's the code right here. I've got all of the forms, and I have a new form for us this week, as well as the links to the videos. Everything is organized by grade, and then by unit folder, and then folders by the story names. So everything is organized for you. I want to remind you of a couple of syllable types, especially the closed syllable type is what we'll be dealing with a lot today. Is one vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. So we'll put the short symbol, looks like a smiley face. That's called a breve. I looked it up and I learned something new. It's called a breve. It reminds us that the vowel is short. In this word it is ah. So I want to show you what our words are going to be like. We could have a couple of consonants, and then we have a vowel, and then we're going to have 3 consonants in a row, and then another vowel, and then we could have some more consonants afterwards. But this is the part that we're looking for. So when we look at our words, I want you to find the vowels, put your fingers under it, then look between your vowels. You're going to have 3 consonants. You need to figure out whether, and let me get my pencil for this, you need to figure out, do I break the syllable here, or do I break it here? So you have to look at, if it's a word and it has like a ST, where ST is usually together as a blend, you would keep those together and split it here. Let's say it's an M. You would split it here to keep the ones that are usually together, together. If it is the ST here and an M, you'd put the ST together and you'd break it here. So you have to look at not only how it sounds when you separate or when you say the different syllables, but also if you're not sure where to break it, find your vowels, look between, see what usually stays together, keep them together, and then say it and see if that makes sense. So let's get started with our words. The first word's going to be monster. Monster. Okay, I'm only going to have 2 syllables because I have 2 vowels. Monster. Now, listen to the sounds when we say this different syllables. Mon. Stir. I hear this at the beginning of this one. Mon. Stir. Monster. That's a closed syllable. The vowel is short. We put the breve, or the smiley face, on the top. Stir. That's a R-controlled vowel. It says Monster. All of our words, by the way, are going to have 2 syllables. So I don't want you to try to figure out how many syllables the words have. I want you to pay more attention to the sounds that are in each syllable so we know how to write it. The next word is going to be surprise. Surprise. I heard the P at the beginning of this one. Surprise. The first syllable is sir, spelled S-U-R. Surprise. P-R-eyes. Z can be represented by the S. And the I says it's long sound because of the silent E. And the long mark, I learned, is a macron. The short one is a breve. The long one is a macron. So, let me write it. Breve is the short one. And macron is the long mark. The next word we're going to do is hundred. 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 dread. I heard the d, d, d. Hun, it's H-U-N. Is the short sound. We put the brief there. D, r, e, d, 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 d. For those that are still having problems with B's and D's, d, d, d. My tongue is tapping the top of my mouth like a drum, d, d, d. That reminds me of a drum that pokes out in the front of the person and then the tall person. Okay, d, d. Hundred. That's a closed syllable. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. And if you see, here's my vowels. I look between. There's 3 consonants. Usually I see a DR together more than I see a ND together. But the main thing is to listen to how you say it. Hundred. Pay attention to how you say it. The next word is complete. Complete. We usually say the which is like a schwa, which is an upside down E. It says pleat. P, L, E, T. Now how does this E say its long sound? It's the silent E. The silent E can jump over one consonant and make the vowel in front of it say its long sound. So we put the macron over this E because it's making its long sound. Now in multi-syllable words, a schwa can be represented by any vowel. It's represented by the O in this one because it's in the unstressed syllable. Unstressed means it doesn't have a lot of force. So we say complete. Pleat is the stressed. Come is the unstressed syllable. And so it can be represented with the schwa where it says The next word is control. Control. Yeah, schwa. And I'm spelling that with the upside down E. My marker's a little too big for this one. It's an upside down E for the sound. Control. T, t. R, O, L. Now this is an unusual spelling for the long O sound because if you look, it's one vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel should be short, but it's not. It is long. So we need to remember that one by heart because it is an unusual spelling for the O sound. It could be due to word origin. I know that the word old, it's one vowel followed by one or more consonants, but we say the O sound. So maybe it's like old. It's one of those exceptions to the rule. So OL in this one could be like the OLD, but not all OL words have the long O sound. So let's just remember that one by heart. The next word is going to be sample. Sample. Sam-pull. Sam. It's a closed syllable. The vowel is short. Pull. It's the P and the L, consonant LE syllable type. The consonant LE syllable type, imagine the L kicks the E and the E spins around and lands upside down before the L. That's why it says all. Sample. And the E is silent. Sample. The next word is instant. Instant. In. That's a closed syllable. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. We put the breve there. Stant. St. One One vowel followed by one or more consonants, the vowel is short. We have lots of closed syllables in our list. Instant. The next one is inspect. Inspect. In, closed syllable, vowel is short. Spect. Sp, e, k, t. The vowel is short. It's a closed syllable. Inspect. The next word is pilgrim. 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 Pil is the first syllable. P, I, L. It's a closed syllable. The vowel is short. Grim. G, R, I, M. Closed syllable. The vowel is short. Pilgrim. The next word we're going to do, let me pull this up. The next word we're going to do is contrast. 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 Con, k, a, n. The vowel is short. That's a closed syllable. Trast. T, a, s, t. Contrast. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. Put the breve over the top. Trast. Contrast. The next word is explode. Explode. X. It's the e and the x. E is short. X. The X is the only letter that represents two sounds. X. Plode. P. U. O. D. To make that O say its long sound, we need a silent E that can jump over one consonant to make the vowel long. O. Explode. If I'm going too fast, please pause the video so that you can catch up or explain the words more or review it a little bit more with the students. The next word is district. I work in the Bossier Parish School District. District. Dis. D. The bubble comes first. I. S. It's a closed syllable. The vowel is short. Tricked. T. R. I. K. T. Short vowel because it's a closed syllable. The next word is address. I have a new address. Address. Let's do this part. Dress. S. The floss rule tells us you double the F, L, or S at the end of a syllable when it is following a single short vowel. That is a single short vowel. We double the S. This is dress. Now listen, dress. We only say one D sound, but we need to double the D in the middle of the word to protect that short vowel. Because if it's a vowel by itself, it could be an open syllable. And remember, open syllables but they are long. We cannot have that turn into a long A. It's not address, it's address. So we have to double the middle consonant to protect that vowel to keep it short. Address. This D does not make a sound, but it has to be there to protect that short vowel. The next word is substance. 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 Sub. My marker's going out. Sub. That's a closed syllable. The vowel is short. Stance. St. A. N. S. Now, C followed by an E, I, or Y, we'll say the S sound. So we circle the C and the E because, let me say it again, C followed by an E, I, or Y says S. This E is not jumping over the A to, the N and the C to make this A say its long sound, A. It's not substance. It's substance. That is still short, so we put a breve over the top of it. A silent E cannot jump over two consonants. It can only jump over one consonant. Its only job, the silent E's only job is to help the C say the S sound. And the last word is children. Children. Chill, ch, ch, I, ul, just one L. The vowel is short, it's a closed syllable. Dren, dren, d, 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 d. The bubble comes first. The vowel is short because it's a closed syllable. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. Children. Alright, that is all of your words with two syllables. Most of the syllable types were closed syllables. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. Short symbol is the breve. The long symbol is called the macron. And we only had one word that we need to remember by heart because it does not follow the rule. I hope you have a great time reading your story, and I will see y'all later.